One of the biggest things, I think, it was learning how to be concise. So for me to compete for this specific title, you had to submit a video, a 30-second video telling your mission. So that was that power of one thing. And then just being able to say in 30 seconds with high energy and excitement, with the ability to just speak to the camera and to the audience what it was about, what my platform was about. So was, I think, the biggest takeaway that I was able to do, and I feel really comfortable on camera because I practice so much for it as well.
I would say one of the biggest things about the Academy is just learning about yourself, really deep diving. I love the workbook. It's so wonderful in terms of the questions that are asked, really getting you to think about what it is that you want out of your year, who you are, and how you can meld those two things together, how you can take who you are to get where you want to be. So that was probably the biggest thing that I gained from the Academy.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I would be in this place without you guys. And, to go off of what Yvonne said last week, I already feel like a winner because God, through you guys, has done wonderful things. And what I'm going to be able to do for women is unimaginable at this point. And I feel so confident. Thank you. This has been life-changing, absolutely life-changing. And it was just that week you had all those calls out, you know what I mean? And I was able to listen to all them, which never would have happened normally. And I didn't even know who you were before that week. So, the fact is this is all in God's plan, and there's no doubt about it.
This is my first pageant. Am I kind of bringing out the big guns going with the Academy? Because I look at the Academy as like, this is for professionals. This is for people who are serious, who are in really big pageant systems. And so I was like, is this overkill for what I'm going after? It is quite expensive. And then I just wasn't sold on pursuing this that seriously. And then I realized as I was kind of reviewing what the content would cover, and after having just that initial conversation, Alycia is so generous with her time. She'll just call you and answer all your questions before you commit and give her all the money, right? So it's very nice that you're able to have that exchange. And I realized on that conversation with her that everything that I learn in this Academy is going to go beyond the pageant. This is going to make me a better person all around. I will be able to succeed in life beyond the pageant interview room, beyond the pageant stage, and I will be able to pursue what I believe is my life's true calling. And I wouldn't have such a clear understanding of that had I not gone through the Academy. So retrospectively, I can say that, but at the time, I did realize this is going to level me up.
I am mentally imagining everything that you just said.
Good.
And I also just want to say thank you to all of my Winner Pageant sisters. Alycia, they have just been incredible. Maria, Shahenda, Ali. And I cannot remember everyone's names, but they're always there just being very supportive. Even Ellen. Just constantly just messaging, and whenever in the chat room, all my other coaches, Trinity, Nancy, just always I just always feel special, and I feel like they're excited for me, and that emotion and that vibe really inspires me to continue on going and doing the things that I'm doing. And so you were right. I remember our first conversation when I felt like, should I do this, invest in something like this? Will I be able to take it with me for the rest of my life? And I am glad, surely, Alycia, that I did take the big step and invested in Win a Pageant Academy. And every chance I have, I always tell the other pageant girls, women in the world, that, what, you're going through something, you're going to need a coach. And for sure, if you want the best experience that will give you an impact, not just until the pageant, but until the rest of your life. Like this legacy that I have, come up with, that you have helped me shape and mold into something real, really means a lot to me, Alycia. And I know that my journey does not end at the end of the pageant. And I will still reach out to you and the Win a Pageant Academy whenever I get another chance.
Boundaries really don't exist. They're all in your mind, that anything is possible. And once you change your mindset, you can change your world. So I would not have been able to relay this message to the world and get myself out of this comfort zone if it was not for the Academy. And I'm so thankful for Alycia for really seeing me. She has this incredible talent for seeing people. And it's been so pivotal in my transition to becoming a stronger person. And in doing that, I'm able to serve better and really get my mission out there. And the ladies as well in the Academy, the coaches, they all had their areas of expertise. They've been so helpful and just a supportive community that I really needed in my life. I feel like a winner. It doesn't even matter to me like how things turn out at the pageant, because I know the work that I've done and I've seen the progress in myself that I'm so happy with.
The encouragement and the support that I received was very was so meaningful to me, and because I really appreciate that Alycia and yourself and like that you guys really care about us as individuals, and that and you can feel like I can feel that, and I bet everyone else can also when we're given the chance to speak and share in office hours, like whatever we're going through. Because so many weeks, every single week, I feel like I have something that I want to share and I don't think is positive. And I just feel like, it's a mess. I feel like it's a mess, but Alycia just lets you talk. And then she's like, okay, this is normal. You are going through things. And I'm like, are you kidding? But anyway, she just helped she always had encouragement, support, and then practical advice and exercises to do to just be like, okay, I want you to take some time, have some time to yourself, just really, think, and the introspection and the, just bringing awareness to like what God placed inside of you, like, or like bringing it out again, like if you forgot it, how to find it again and just kind of, reactivate it and release it. Yeah, like, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to know what our gifts are and then continue to share them and keep releasing what God is giving us. So yeah, that was like the thing that I so appreciated the most about the Academy and all of you.
There was a total difference from the time Essence started up until she was about to compete from having a coach. So Alycia likes to do things decency and order, right? And it's kind of like she gives you a playbook, okay? And within that playbook, I was like, I saw it, and I'm just so curious, right? And I saw this. Essence was a little, she just questioning herself. Can I do this? This is gonna be tough, And once I got a chance to see, I was like, I read some of the playbook instructions, and I was like, Essence, you can do this. Like, wow, this is a whole outline. Oh my gosh. And then Essence, not only for that, one of the things that Alycia was saying that was constantly affecting Essence in a good way, she said incorporate prayer. So it was like the power is you guys together. And that really touched me, and that touched Essence so much. So she telling her mom, like, Mom, like, my coach I've never heard a coach incorporate prayer and unity and working together in one. So this is like transforming Essence. She's like more, even though she's a great woman, and spiritually in her word, but she was really more invested, like, because it was like something you had to constantly do, that you're being held accountable every week. Okay, hey, what did you do? And she, like, the growth, she just outlining everything, going back over it. And I'm like, yes. So it motivated me. And then I started even praying more. I'm like, oh man, like she rubbed off on me so much. It was so different from what I was used to seeing, because just having a coach like Alycia gave Essence this drive that I've never seen in a long time, you know, when it came to something like this, you know, so different.
In all my other pageants, the one thing that I struggled with so bad was interview. And as we know, you win the interview, you win the pageant, right? And I really struggled. I knew how to communicate in the business world, but I didn't know how to communicate in the pageant world, you know? And so the main thing that the Win a Pageant did for me is it gave me those communication skills of how to communicate myself and my platform and what I was going to do in the interview room in that short period of time. And not only how to communicate it, but how to have the confidence to communicate it. To walk in and let them know, hey, I'm your girl that you've been looking for. And here's why. And I love how she breaks it down into your promise, proof, and plan. And I had never had anybody tell me that. I had other people tell me, oh, do this, do that. But when I broke it down, I understood it that way. I had so much confidence. And even Trinity, when I was on stage for my onstage question, you guys had prepared me so well. I mean, it was like I had no nervous energy. I knew I was prepared. I knew exactly what I was going to say because I knew my promise, my proof, and my plan, right? And when they asked that question, I answered it very confidently. No shakiness. And after I handed the microphone back, I felt so good with myself because I was like, you know what, Rebecca, I'm proud of you. You were actually yourself and you found yourself and you've been yourself this whole time. I didn't walk away crying. I knew that I had brought my best self and that was the person that could actually carry the title throughout the year. I really am proud of the skills that the Win a Pageant gave me and how it's helped me just to further my communication and my confidence through this year.
Thank you. And I've so appreciated the Academy and the fact that you are, you know, a Jesus freak like me. And in fact, that's how I got the radio conversation today, is because I was talking to one of the promotions people about maybe, you know, even just seeing if they would promote me and be a sponsor. And I said, I told a story about how on my sponsor sheet, my quote is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And somebody had told me, if you have that on anywhere on your sponsor paperwork, people are not going to sponsor you and you're not going to win. And I said, I cannot dim my light or dim God's light. And if I don't win because I have that on my paperwork, then I don't want to win. And so it's The Way FM is who I'm interviewing with today. So it's totally a God thing. And so I really appreciate all of you guys. And I think I'm not just a better, you know, contestant for Mrs. Oregon America, but I think I'm a better person because of going through the Academy. So I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate it every single minute.